Stampers, and welcome to Laura's Stamp Pad. Today I'm going to show you this fabulous technique using, of course, the Work of Art stamp set. Do you see it's the long image there that I just stamped a couple different times, and I created this with some watercolor fun. Let's get started. First we're going to start with a piece of watercolor paper, and this is the size that it comes in, which is 5 inches by 3 3/4 inches. And we're going to be using Island Indigo, Bermuda Bay, Soft Sky, Daffodil Delight, and Pear Pizzazz. And we'll be using the image, the long image, which is from the Work of Art stamp set. Mine, of course, is in the wood block. So we're using this image that's down here. Super love this stamp set. So we're going to get started using darkest to lightest, but we're also adding in the yellow, which I think is, I would always consider yellow to be the lightest, so that's actually not going to be our lightest, but we'll be going in order here. And we're just going to be stamping this. I like to stamp it at least twice. And of course, because the paper is a little textured, you'll see that it doesn't actually come out with a clear image. It's a little bit blotchy there, but that's okay. Of course, you know that whenever you're playing with watercolor, nothing ever comes out to the same, so don't worry if yours doesn't look exactly like mine. And I'm actually going to have these fall off just a little bit. I feel like there needs to be one more right here. I have a tendency to sort of stamp and think it needs one more when I really should have stopped, but sometimes it works out good. So now I'm actually going to take this and I'm going to spritz it with some water. And I'm just going to go all over and just heavily spritz it. Just keep going, keep going, keep going. And then you'll start to see how the colors start to bleed and meld together. And if you'd like, you can always kind of wiggle it around and sort of see how the colors bleed, or you can just leave it there and let it work some magic on its own. And you'll see how those colors start to meld. Of course, I have quite a bit of water there. And it will take a while to dry, so I actually won't be finishing this card. I'll be letting this one, and I'm just going to pull a little bit over into those dry spots there. And you'll see it does actually kind of curl. You can see a little bit that it's all curled up. But you can just kind of press it down. And as it dries, you can always use your heat tool too to speed up the process a little bit. But I'm just going to set this aside, and I'm going to wipe off with my little handy towel that I have here for whenever I make messes, which is pretty often. And I'll bring back the original sample. So I just then layered it on a little bit of Daffodil Delight, and that measures 4 inches by 5 1/4, and then my card base was done in Island Indigo, and that is just 11 by 4 1/4 folded in half for my card base. I added a few of our little sequins, and I also used the new Bitty Punch Pack. So that's this fabulous little flower here. I love this. It's like the perfect size. The other images that come with it are a heart and a star. There's the heart, and I'm not quite sure where my star went. I must have been using it. But those are some fabulous little images that you can use. So I used the little flower punch, and I just punched out a few of the Daffodil Delight, and then I took some of my sequin trim and just pulled a few of these off. And then I used some of my little mini glue dots and just stick the little sequin right on there. They're like the perfect size, so how fabulous is that? I'm pretty sure Stampin' Up! Did that on purpose, but could have been a coincidence. And then lay that right on there. And then again, I used those to add it to my actual card as well. And so it'll just stick right down. So once it's dry, you can then place it onto your card, embellish it with a few little sequins, a few little flowers, and then I also stamped the thanks, thanks, thanks. And that is from the Thanks So Much stamp set. I'm sorry, it's actually the thanks, or lots of thanks stamp set. Thanks so much, lots of thanks. Either way, very thankful. I hope you enjoyed this fabulous technique and try it at home. Like I said, each one comes out different, so play with it a little bit and have some fun. You can check out more images on my blog at laurastamppad.com. Be sure to like and subscribe to this video so that you don't miss out on any others. Have a great day and happy stamping!